When we speak about dream team, we mean a team that is not necessarily dream of stars or a team of stars, but a star team, a team of people who contribute together, who support one another, who are focused on the result, who have a good combination of organization and processes. And when you work in such a team, it's a pure joy. You achieve a lot, you have fun, you feel that you belong to this team, and so on. And that is why we call it a dream team, because maybe not everybody manages to reach this level, but this is one ambition that we all have, to build a dream team.
Before we go into how you measure a dream team exactly, can you please tell us more about the HPT Index and what it has to do with it?
Yep, the story goes a little bit like that, both me and my HPT Index partner, Stefan, we are business trainers. We have more than 15 years experience in this business. And we have noticed that basically when you measure performance, you have the corporate level. You have like when companies will do pulses or voices and they will investigate how the corporation feels about themselves and so on. So this is what we call the macro level. But then on a micro level, you have basically personal assessment instruments like 360, MBTI, DISC, and so on. But when it comes to team performance, you don't have really a lot of suitable instruments. You have many assessments which will reveal your team role, your how you are seen by other individuals, but not necessarily as a team player. And our idea with the HPT index is exactly to fill this vacuum and to offer an instrument which is precisely targeted against assessing a team performance, the very team and how it is cooperating, interacting, and performing together.
So, how exactly do you measure a dream team?
Actually, the team index, like the maximum score, when you reach the promised land of being a dream team, the maximum score you can get is 400 points. And these 400 points, they are built basically by contributing to 4 different dimensions. And these dimensions, they are grouped in 2 hemispheres. One of them is we, how is that we perform as a team, what is our culture and spirit, do we believe in a mission and vision, do we have the camaraderie, do we support each other. This is all about culture and spirit. But the second part of the we hemisphere is basically organization and effectiveness. You see, we can be a team that really supports each other and we hug one another and we love one another, but we are not terribly efficient in what we do. We don't have the results. But then you have the second hemisphere of the index, and that is the me part, me, the team member. And again, it's built in 2 parts. The first one is like, do I fit within this team? That's very important, that if you imagine like that, that it may be a dream team, but you just don't belong in it, okay? They have a different culture, they have different spirit, they have different understanding of how fast is fast or how brilliant is brilliant and so on. So it's not a bad team, but you don't belong in it. And if we have team members who do not feel they belong, this can ultimately not be really a dream team, right? And the final element and the second element of the me part is the growth area. What is that I can do better to perform as a team member? What is that my teammates expect me to do a little bit differently in order to be better as a team member? And if you sum together all the 4 parts, you will end up with 400 points, which is the maximum score you can get with the high performing team. But again, I repeat, for most of us, 400 is more a goal, an ambition, a dream, and not really the reality.
When I choose to take part in the HPT Index with my team, how exactly does the process work?
Well, in reality, how the process goes is like that each of the team members receives a web link to a questionnaire. It takes roughly between 15 minutes and 25 minutes, depending how efficient you are in answering the questions. And then we will devise together and we will calculate two different reports. One is called the team report. Here is where you can see how the team has answered at the average. Each of those hemispheres that I briefly mentioned and discussed is broken into concrete questions. Each of those questions is rated by everybody. And in this way, the HPT index gives a very honest, I would actually use the phrase brutally honest assessment. Where are our weak spots? What is that we are really good at? What is that is in need of development? And that triggers, with the help of a facilitator or just by the team leader, that may trigger an honest discussion. What is that we need to improve in our performance? And this is, I think, the biggest joy in the index we designed, that we certainly see how it adds value to team performance.
You can find out more about the HPT Index on the website or when you contact Dr. Peter Zashev or Stefan Hensch directly.